Good morning, Helldivers! This is your fellow citizen, TumidDonkey, reporting live from the founding father of Family Values Super Destroyer. So, Helldiver, you got yourself some super credits and are wondering where to spend them all. Well, you have come to the right place. Today, we are going over a handful of Warbonds, 3 in particular, that take the cake for the best managed democracy goodies that you should probably be getting first. Sure, you can go ahead and drop some cash to buy each and every one, but if you are on that slow roll grind and want to know what's good, then this video is for you. We will not be including the Helldivers Mobilized Warbond, as that is free to all players, and we will do a full review and tier list rating every single Warbond in the game later on, so be sure to follow along for more future content. So without further delay, sit back and let's jump right in. Coming in at 3rd place is the Urban Legends Warbond. Now this was a tough call because I kept leaning on the new Dust Devils Warbond, which is very much up there, but Urban Legends takes the cake here for one very important reason: the anti-tank emplacement stratagem. This stratagem is extremely overpowered in the game. Being able to dish out 30 rounds of level 6 armor penetration at 1300 damage a shot from literally miles away is incredibly good. This stratagem has been used by solo divers and speedrunners across the galaxy for its resourcefulness. This stratagem shines against any enemy faction and type, especially good against bots and squids. Automatons can easily get clapped from far away, taking out hulks, tanks, and factory striders with ease. The ADS allows for a decent zoom and function, so you can aim easier and hit those targets with precision. You can even throw it outside of a fortress and quickly take out base turrets and enemies to soften it up before you run in headfirst. It's also amazing at taking out those pesky flying leviathans and tripod walkers when fighting the Illuminate. The cooldown is pretty standard at 3 minutes, so you can get a lot of use out of this stratagem. Looking back into the Warbond, you also get the Flame Sentry, which is a decent sentry stratagem that shines against bugs and some Illuminate. It is pretty situational, as you have to be careful of enemies with ranged attacks that can easily take it out before the sentry can dish out some damage. But if anything gets too close, the Flame Sentry can quickly eliminate any target in front of it. Speaking of sentries, we do get an okay booster, that being the armed resupply pods. This simply adds a standard Liberator assault rifle on top of the resupply pods that are thrown in. Because resupplies take a good bit of time to rearm, you won't get a ton of use out of it, but it is nice to throw out at least a last-ditch effort small sentry support stratagem that can clear out some low-tier enemies around you. The last stratagem you are given is the Directional Shield. Now I got to admit, I have used this once, maybe twice, as it is not that impressive compared to the normal shield pack or even the ballistic shield. It can only block ranged attacks, as anything with a melee ability will go right through the shield. The Stun Lance that comes with this Warbond can be an okay pairing, as it is a longer ranged melee weapon and can potentially rid any enemies before they hit you. You can also use one-handed weapons, such as some SMGs and pistols, for a stronger pairing with the shield. You do get a light and heavy armor set, which comes with a pretty good passive in my opinion. Siege Ready gives you increased reload speed, as well as increased ammo for weapons in the game. A very popular pairing of armor to weapons is using the Eruptor with this passive. Because that weapon has a very slow reload time and low ammo capacity, this works pretty well together. Urban camouflage patterns look pretty cool, and the armor itself is a pretty basic look, but that emote is pretty fun to use against fellow Helldivers if you find someone standing on the edge of a cliff. Moving on to 2nd place, it is the Servants of Freedom Warbond. My goodness, this was almost 1st place because it is packed with some juicy democratic goodies. Right off the bat, looking at the weapons, we only get 2 guns, but trust me, they are very strong. The first being the double-edged sickle. This energy primary is truly a bottomless clip gun with unlimited ammo, with the only downside being the excess heat is transferred to the wielder. Firing the weapon starts off at light penetration, and the more you hold down the trigger, the hotter it gets, and the damage also increases. going from light to medium and to heavy pin at 91% heat use. This weapon has great use for laying down continuous rounds to a group of enemies, but be careful because it will eventually kill the user. You can combat these effects with heat-resistant armor and boosters like Vitality Enhancement. Pairing this with armor sets with the Inflammable passive gives you 75% resist to fire and can keep you alive much longer. You can also use any medkit armor to give extra stims and stim duration to help out with the self-burn damage over time. The second weapon we receive is the secondary, the Ultimatum. Think of this like a supercharged grenade pistol. It carries heavy armor penetration and a very large blast radius. It is capable of destroying any low to medium tier enemy and can cripple heavier tier units as well. It is also very effective at destroying enemy structures such as warp ships and fabricators. Be careful because with all of its strengths, it has a very short firing range, so be sure to aim accordingly or else you will easily get blown. There are often times where I find myself running one-handed, carrying the SSSD objective, and forget I have it out and quickly blow myself. It carries only 2 rounds, so be sure to look out for ammo crates on the ground. Next up, we have the Seeker Grenades. These little flying machines pack a heavy punch with heavy armor penetration and auto-targeting function. They are great for taking out most flying units in the game, and you can throw them all out at once and they will automatically hover around you, waiting for a target to come into range. I will often throw them out wildly at random during a fight to throw and forget so that I can keep focusing fire down range and let the grenades do their own thing. Now this Warbond comes with one stratagem, that being the Portable Hell Bomb. This backpack explosive will really blow away anything you come around. Dealing as much damage as a regular Hell Bomb, this stratagem can be used to eliminate any enemy type in the game, as well as most side objectives. Be cautious when arming this device because you will only have 10 seconds before detonation. It might be a good idea to remind your fellow Helldivers when you put this on, because they too can activate the Hell Bomb without you knowing, and suddenly you are blown to bits. Speaking of getting blown, you can blow yourself with the 2 armor sets in this Warbond. Both medium armor with very cool looking helmets comes with the passive Integrated Explosives. Shortly after death, your armor will explode and deal heavy level 5 pin with 2,000 damage to anything around you. This passive also gives you 2 extra throwables for grenades. I wish they would have made one armor set light tier, but it's still pretty darn good. The cosmetics are really nice here, and the emote is pretty fun to use in game. Moving on to our third and final Warbond, coming in at first place overall as the best Warbond money can buy. Drumroll please! It's Force of Law! Just kidding, it's Democratic Detonation. To absolutely no one's surprise, this Warbond is over the top, packed with non-stop action from start to finish. 3 unique armor sets, 2 armor passives, 4 guns, a grenade, a booster, and some cool emotes, and so much more. Warbonds have come a long way from Democratic Detonation, and I hope we see more Warbonds that are jam-packed with Super Earth goodies. Looking at the weapons, we have the Adjudicator right on the first page. This AR is a top-tier bug, bot, and squid melting machine. It has medium armor pen with decent damage and a large magazine size. You can set this weapon into semi-firing mode to land some precision shots from a good distance. The gun looks badass, and it is a must-have for any mission or enemy type. Speaking of guns, we have one of the most used weapons in the game for bots, the Eruptor. This heavy-hitting beast can cream all over bots with its level 4 armor pen and explosive rounds. Sure, the mag size is low and the re-rack and reload time is slow, but oh boy, it will take down bots like butter on some biscuits. With its standard scope, you can snipe from a long distance away into groups of enemies, and its explosive rounds will deal a high damage area of effect. This weapon excels at clearing bot drops and bug breaches of any kind, and being in the primary slot is absolutely incredible. Up next is the crossbow. You thought the Eruptor did a ton of damage? Well, the explosive crossbow kicks it up a notch to deal even more explosive damage. Sure, it only has medium pin, but it will quickly dispatch anything in front of you. Notably, you can run this weapon one-handed for when you have objectives like the SSSD. There are a ton of spare clips, and it has a decent fire rate for being a crossbow. This weapon also works wonders for any enemy spawner to close out bug holes or bot fabricators. Speaking of filling some holes, the secondary grenade pistol is just what you need. This bare-bones secondary gets straight to the point. It works wonders for blowing up bug holes and bot fabricators, and really frees up your grenade spot so that you can carry something like a stun, smoke, or non-lethal grenade, but still be able to help out on the team by blowing up enemy bases. It does an okay job at light tier enemies if you happen to find yourself in a pinch. Combine this and the crossbow, and you can easily solo a mega nest or blitz mission in minutes. Finally, we have what is considered the best top-tier grenade in the game right now, the Thermite. This bad boy will burn, churn, and blow up anything that it sticks to. It penetrates heavy armor and does damage over time, as well as a final explosion of 2,000 damage. You can stick these on hulks and tanks for some easy kills, and throwing one onto the side of a bot fabricator will also clear it out. You only get 3 with the base kit, so having the engineer passive or anything that gives +2 throwables is a great combo here. Now, speaking of the engineering kit passive, 2 armor sets have this in the Warbond. Both the light and medium armor sets have the passive, while the heavy armor carries the fortified passive. Not only is the heavy armor absolutely badass, the passive gives the user 50% resistance to explosions and reduced recoil while crouched. Pair this with a heavy LMG and you can stay on target with ease. The booster that comes with the Warbond is okay at best. Sure, it's definitely not used a lot by the community, but it does make extraction time 30% shorter. Expert Extraction Pilot sees no use while you're running around the map, but if you are coming in hot and heavy to get away, this little pilot snorts a line and then hits the Mega Booster to get you out quick. Lastly, you have some fun emotes, and the overall cosmetics are nice as well. All in all, you can certainly pick and choose whatever Warbond you like, based off of looks, color scheme, fun weapons, or just pick at random. You don't always have to choose meta this or meta that, and I go back to the basics, saying that Helldivers 2 is all about having fun with your team, win or lose. I hope this video has been able to shed some light into Warbonds, and whatever you choose, always choose freedom first. So be sure to follow along for more Helldivers 2 content, and I'll see you on the field.